Good morning, everybody. I'm Anudhya Mishra from Albert Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. In the previous video, we have already studied about the cycle of the seasons. We have studied about the cold weather seasons. We have studied about hot weather season. Today, we are going to know about advancing monsoon. What is advancing monsoon? Firstly, I want to tell you about the mango shower. What is mango shower? Mango shower is a pre-monsoon season which come before the monsoon. Okay, the monsoon rain which come before the monsoon. Before the monsoon, it comes into India, and in Kerala, it affects the Kerala and Karnataka. This one is Karnataka and this one is Kerala. Pre-monsoon is a rainfall, is a shower which turn only into the two states, which is Karnataka and Kerala. This is also known as mango shower. Why it is known as mango shower? Because after this showering, after this rainfall, the mango starts ripening. That's why it is known as mango shower. Next, what is advancing monsoon? What is advancing monsoon? What we say about it? This season starts in the month of June and continues till the end of the September. This season starts from the end of the June, from the month of the June, and continues till the end of the September. Okay? Rainy season. Rainy season, or we can say monsoon season, starts from the month of June and ended till the end of September. Okay, understand everybody? Rainy season starts in the month of June and ends till the end of the September. Next one is due to excessive heating of land during the summer season, a low pressure area develops over the northwestern India. Into the northwestern India, due to excessive heat of the land, okay, due to the excessive heat of the land, the low pressure had formed here. The low pressure is formed here. That's why the hot air which blows towards the sea, and we can say that the hot air from the land started to blow towards the sea, and the cold air, which is the lower area, the sea area, is into the higher pressure, and the cold air which comes from the sea starts to blow towards the land. The cold air starts to blow towards the land. Okay, and these type of cold airs bring monsoon season. Okay, monsoon season brings rainfall clouds with it and start doing rainfall over the land and give relief to the people who are surviving the excess hotness into the summer season. Therefore, these winds leaving from the Indian Ocean crosses the equator and passes through over the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. These winds cross over the equator, then passes through the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. And this air passes over the land and starts cooling down it properly. Okay, next one is these winds blow as southwest monsoon or the summer monsoon. We can say that these winds blow through the southwest monsoon Okay, through the southern western area it starts blowing, which is from the Arabian Sea, and brings the monsoon season onto the land. Next, the bulk of rainfall in many parts of India is due to these winds. Due to these winds, bulk of rainfall means so much rainfall is done due to these winds. Next, these blow in the month of June to the September. These type of winds blow in the month of June to the end of the September. The amount of decrease from the south to north and east to west. The amount of the air decreases from south to north and from east to west. Okay. However, the Tamil Nadu coast remains dry during the monsoon season. The Tamil Nadu area remains dry during the monsoon season, and it always experiences the monsoon into the winter season. When northern part of India experience the winter season, the southern part of India means Tamil Nadu experience the winter monsoon. That is because of western disturbance. Okay. Next, the direction of southwest monsoon winds is determined by the relief feature of our country. The southwest monsoon winds is the relief feature of our country. It brings the monsoon clouds into our country. Next, the Indian Peninsula divided these winds into two parts. The Indian Peninsular part. This peninsula means the area which is surrounded from water in three sides. Okay, that is India surrounded from water from three sides. Okay, that is Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, and Bay of Bengal. So the air which passes out from the equator and comes into the India, that is the peninsular winds which comes from the Arabian Sea and from the Bay of Bengal. Okay, it is divided into two parts, that is Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. These winds are divided into two branches, that is Arabian Sea branches, and second one is Bay of Bengal branches. Understand? The Arabian Sea branch strikes the western coast of India and moves from the Malabar coast towards the north. The Arabian Sea branch strikes from the western coast of India. I am going to rub this. I think that it's making confusion into your mind. Okay. Seriously. This one is the southern India. And the Arabian Sea, this one is Arabian Sea into the western part of India. Next, this one is Bay of Bengal, Bay of Bengal, and the southern part of India, Indian Ocean. Okay, the southern western air which passes through the Arabian Sea, okay, crosses the western coast and moves from the Malabar coast toward the north. Crosses the western coast. This one is the western coast. Crosses the western coast and moves through the Malabar coast toward the north. Okay, these winds crosses the western coast and moves towards the northern part of the India and makes the rainfall not only in this side but also into the northern part of India. Next, the Bay of Bengal branch strikes the Bengal coast. The Bay of Bengal branch, Arabian Sea, strikes over the western coast and moves towards the northern part of India. Starts from the Malabar coast or the western coast and moves towards the northern part of India. While the Bay of Bengal branch strikes through the Bengal, it strikes through the Bengal and moves towards the northern part of the India. Bengal from the southern part of the Meghalaya, and these type of winds moves towards the Ganga plains. Okay, that's why. And parallel to the Himalayan mountain ranges, these winds, basically the winds from the Bay of Bengal moves towards the northern part of the India up to the Himalaya ranges and do the rainfall over there. Into the Ganga plain areas, the Bay of Bengal branch plays the main role in bringing the monsoon season. Okay. Next, the sudden advent of monsoon winds along with thunder and lightning is called the burst of monsoon. The sudden advent of monsoon winds, sudden moving of the monsoon wind into the high speed and along with thunder and lightning, it is known as burst of the monsoon, means burst of the rainfall, burst of the monsoon over a particular area. It is known as with thunder and lightning, it is known as burst of the monsoon. I'm sorry for that. The southwest monsoon winds reach India by the start of the June. The southwest monsoon winds means southern western part of India receive the monsoon into the month of the June, that is from the Arabian Sea. The winds that flow from the Arabian Sea receive the monsoons into the month of the June, while this is known as onset of the monsoon. Gradually within the 4 and 5 weeks, both the branches of the monsoon winds overrun almost the whole country. Gradually within 4 and 5 weeks into the month of the June, the Arabian Sea branch brings the monsoon over India. That within the 4 and 5 weeks, the Bay of Bengal branch also starts to bringing the monsoon into India. That's why both of the branches plays the important role in bringing the monsoon into India. Next, post and retreating monsoon. What is post or retreating monsoon? The retreating of the monsoon wind starts in the second week of the September. The retreating of the monsoon means the starting of the ending of the monsoon, and the repeating process of the monsoon starts in the second week of the September. That is, the withdrawal begins from the northern western plain of India and finally leaves the Ganga Delta by the middle of the October. The withdrawal of the monsoon begins from the northern western part of India. The withdrawal of the monsoon starts from the northern western part of India, means from Gujarat and Rajasthan, and also from the Ganga Delta, and also from the Ganga area. It starts moving, if the monsoon season starts moving from that area, and up to the middle of the October, finally up to the middle of the October, it was the process of retreating. The month of October and November are marked as the clear skies and warm days. The month of the October, you have already seen in this year that month of the October and November, in the month of the October and November, you may see in the sky that the sky is totally clear. Okay, and you feel the warm days and the cooler nights. Okay, cooler evening. The weather is oppressive at times, and it commonly called the October heat. This type of weather is known as October heat. Means there is warmness into the daytime, but there is cooler in the evening. Means the evening is cold and the days are warm. That's why we can say that it is a October heat. By the December, the temperature goes down to mark the onset of winter season. By the December, the temperature goes down, means this is December, this is the December, and we are feeling that the temperature of December is going down and down, means below than 20 degrees Celsius. It is going down and down, and we are feeling cold at this time. Into the night we can feel that the temperature is below than 8 degrees Celsius, below than 6 degrees Celsius, but into the morning we can feel that the temperature is above than 10 degrees Celsius, because the days are warm. Okay, we are feeling that the days are warm, and it will start decreasing the temperature, and the last of the December and the starting of the January, the temperature will start decreasing and decreasing, and there will be improvement into the February, last February, and into the March season the temperature goes high. This is known as onset of winter season. December the temperature goes down, and this one is known as the onset of the winter season. Means the winter season starts from the month of December. Next, in 2012, the coastal areas down south were vastly affected by the Neelam cyclone. There is a cyclone which in 2012 which has attacked over the Tamil Nadu, and its name was Neelam cyclone. The cyclone was stationary for a long time over a Bay of Bengal. This cyclone was for a long time, and it caused so much damage over the life and property. Its speed was 160 km per hour, and many areas of the temples and towns of Mahabalipuram in Tamil Nadu had to go without electricity for few days. This was the effect which was done by the cyclone, which was namely known as Neelam cyclone, and this is caused due to the western disturbance, and basically it is formed into the month of October and November near the Bay of Bengal. Okay, this one is about post or retreating monsoon. In the next video we will cover the nature of the monsoon and reasons under the very heavy rainfall, and whatever disturbance of the distribution of the rainfall. Thank you everybody. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.